and it has the following headline. It says, instant analysis, Lakers can't handle Spurs second half masterclass in third straight loss. Okay, so let's get into what the article has to say. It continues on. The Los Angeles Lakers fell to their third loss in a row as the San Antonio Spurs defeated them 126-102 at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles. This was the Lakers' first game in a week, with their last two games being postponed due to the Los Angeles wildfires. The Spurs had three players lead them in scoring, with 23 from Victor Wembanyama, Stephen Castles, and Devin Vassell. These guys chipped in, I believe, above 20. Wemby also had 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 blocks, and 2 steals in the win, while Vassell had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 2 steals. Chris Paul had 13 points and 10 assists, that I know, and 4 steals, while Harrison Barnes scored 17 points on 5 of 8 shooting from the field. The Lakers were led by a strong Anthony Davis performance with 30 points and 13 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 blocks. LeBron had an efficient 18 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists, but the lack of aggressiveness was startling. How did y'all talk about the turnovers? Anyway, and then the article goes on. Uncompetitive second half performance. The Spurs scored 73 in the second half, while the Lakers only managed just 40. It was a shocking collapse at home and inexplicable in its nature. There was no single game-changing force for the Spurs or game-breaking force for the Lakers. It was a battle of attrition the Lakers were simply not up for. The Lakers scored just 9 points through the first 9 minutes of the fourth quarter, completely giving up the game to the Spurs. They held a 10-point lead with 4 minutes left in the third quarter, which was erased by the Spurs. They went on a 14-4 run to end the quarter, and then opened the quarter with a 29-9 to seal the game midway through the fourth. The lack of competitiveness by the Lakers in the second half was shocking. LeBron James looked passive and partially engaged, while an excellent Anthony Davis performance was overshadowed by the loss. Now, I want to go to the box score here, and let's take a look at the box score here. Okay, so for the Lakers, I'm surprised the person that said LeBron had an efficient game. How can you have an efficient game with 7 turnovers? That's crazy to me. How do you have an efficient game with 7 turnovers? Like that's I mean, he had 8 assists, so he had a net 1 assist. Like, it's crazy. And I don't know if those turnovers led to threes or not. We don't know that. But Rui Hachimura had 9 points. LeBron had 18 points. Anthony Davis had 30, as the article alluded to, a double-double. Max Christie had 10 points. Austin Reeves had 12 points there. And, of course, they highlighted what the other guys did there for the San Antonio Spurs. So if we look at the NBA standings right now as things currently shake out, the Lakers are currently the number 7 seed in the Western Conference, tied with the Los Angeles Clippers. And if I'm not mistaken, they're supposed to be playing the Clippers in 2 games. The next game they're going to be playing against is the Brooklyn Nets, and then they're going to be playing against the Los Angeles Clippers. So look, what are my thoughts about this? Well, the Lakers have lost 3 games in a row. All right. And therefore, that's caused them to tumble down the standings. At one point, the Lakers were the 4th seed in the Western Conference. Now they've tumbled all the way down to the 7th seed. LeBron has also alluded to the fact that the team is going to be making more moves, and we're going to get to that in a subsequent segment. Obviously, depends on the order in which you're watching these shows. But look, here are my thoughts about this. The Lakers are struggling right now, and I don't really think they're playing competitive teams, like a string of competitive teams. They'll play one good team, then play a bunch of bad teams, then play one good team, then play a bunch of bad teams, then play one good team, and then play a bunch of bad teams. And my question, if I'm a Laker fan, my concern then becomes, what happens when the Lakers begin to play a series of good teams? Like when you're playing 5 out of the 7 games you're playing are against legitimately good NBA teams. What happens then?